what's up? It's Travel Chronicles, I believe, chapter 5 is what we're looking at today. So it's Monday, going back to work, still driving. Over the weekend, Ohio did make a statement or a new proclamation, whatever you want to call it, that come 11:59 tonight, you're not going to be able to get out and travel unless you're going for an essential job task, or you're going to the grocery store, or picking food, or to the doctor. So basically anything. And they're not going to pull people over or arrest them either. It's just precautionary. Just if you weren't staying at home already, like, no, seriously, just stay at home. They are shutting down the parks, like the playgrounds and stuff, which that makes sense. You know, it is hard right now with kids at home wanting to do stuff. You know, to kind of say, no, you can't go to the park. You can still go outside. You can still go for a walk. You can still go for a run. You can still go walk your dog. You know, you can do all those things. If a cop would pull you over or something while you're driving, you just tell them you're going to the grocery store. How are they going to know? And as far as essential businesses, right now, the only thing that I can tell for sure is considered non-essential is hair salons. In about 2 weeks, they're going to start becoming essential. I can tell you that. It's going to be a rough 2 weeks. I'm going to look like Shaggy or Jim Halpert at the end of this. So, not looking forward to that. As far as Ohio goes, though, the number of cases haven't picked up significantly. I think we're a little over 300 maybe now. So we've done a good job limiting the spread. The place that's worrisome is New York. They've got 20 million people, probably 10,000, 15,000 cases so far. I mean, it is exponential growth in the U.S. It is. But just the conditions in New York City, you have so many people just living on top of each other. Public transportation is a way of life. They have to, you know, they don't have the option to everybody drive their own individual car. They've got to take the buses and the subways. So it's, you know, one of those things where you're going to have a lot of people still around each other until you shut everything down. And I don't know how you do that in a city like that either. Because there's so much stuff that has to come in there to keep that place running. And it becomes an issue of, well, do you want people dying from the flu or dying from starvation? And that's going to be a tough decision that somebody's going to have to make. Italy's about the worst case scenario right now. They've had 700-800 people die a day here in the last week or so. It's not quite on pace for 250,000 people a year, but still for a flu type virus, that's a lot. You know, normally you look at, I think, 60,000 people in the U.S. So in Italy they've got 1/5 of the population, so they're probably looking at a fifth of those numbers. 12-ish. In that range. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 20 times the amount that they normally have there. So, you know, it's serious. It is. I don't know that it's as serious to the levels that we're taking it, that it's something we're not going to recover from. And I know they want to cite the Spanish flu of 1918 where, you know, millions of people died, but you didn't have the same availability to stuff. Like, you didn't have the local drugstores that you could go to and kind of self-medicate monitor your temperature, and you didn't have all this information at your fingertips, different things you could do. Hygiene's improved a lot since then. I don't think it's the same. It's not quite the same thing. I don't think you can use that as an example either. But I understand shutting down the major sporting events. That stuff makes sense. Telling people they can't go to the playground. I'm not sure that's going to be the major epicenter of the spread of COVID. It should be the day that I'm coming back from going to the NCAA tournament with Elijah. We were going to go first time. He was going to go see the tournament. I've been there one other time. It was pretty neat. It was a neat thing to see. We got to see probably Dayton as the number 1 seed. It is what it is. I think we would have been all right. My mom's still staying with us. She's 90 years old. I don't want her to get sick. In a way, I'm glad they canceled it so we didn't have to make that decision to go or not go, and potentially lose that money for nothing. We did get a refund, so that was cool. Thanks, Vivid Seats. But now, tomorrow, this is going to be the first week where I do work from home from this week. We'll see how that goes. Unless there's big news, I probably won't have the Travel Chronicles until Thursday again. We'll see how much things change between now and then. We're nowhere near the peak yet in the U.S. That's the thing. So it's going to continue to get worse for a while. Maybe until the beginning of next week. Honestly, next weekend. And it's going to hit different places at different times. So we do all this limiting now. And then if we start opening the floodgates here in 2 weeks, we're right back to the start because it hasn't been eradicated yet. But we'll see. Just hope there's enough capacity for the people that need it. That's all. All right, be careful, be safe, stay home for now.